Disneyland is open. The PeopleMover is back. Florida's Orange County is changing their mask and social distancing rules. It's a big week for Disney news, so stay tuned so you don't miss a thing. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. This week, we were back inside Disneyland for the first time in over a year, but that's not the only newsworthy stuff that happened in the Disney Parks sphere this week. We've got Jungle Cruise updates, Gelato news, and a whole lot more, so let's dive into it. Disneyland is open. Obviously, the biggest news this week is that Disneyland has once again reopened to guests after being closed for over a year due to the pandemic. We're working on a full video with all of the changes, ride updates, and everything you need to know if you're visiting Disneyland soon or just want to see what things look like over there. So stay tuned to the channel because that video is going to be coming really soon. Right now, only California residents can visit Disneyland, but policies are changing and health and safety mandates are being updated all the time. Universal Hollywood is now allowing non-California residents to purchase a ticket at the gate, so it's just a matter of time before the rest of us can visit the parks. Sign up for our newsletter to be the first to hear when those policies change. And things in Disneyland are going smoothly from what we've experienced this past week. Disney's got a lot of practice implementing social distancing guidelines and other safety measures in Disney World, and we're seeing a lot of the same policies and practices on the West Coast. Mandatory masks, social distancing, and so much plexiglass, though Disneyland has several designated dining areas throughout the park, and some heavy-duty hand-washing stations as well. Opening with Disneyland is Snow White's Enchanted Wish, which is the updated Snow White's Scary Adventure with some less scary new scenes. And we'll be getting more updates over the coming days and weeks as we get to experience the newly reopened parks a bit more, so stay tuned and keep an eye out for our full Disneyland reopening recap video. Next, the Disneyland annual Passholder program. Earlier this year, Disneyland discontinued its existing Passholder program and announced that a new membership program would be taking its place. During a recent episode of the D23 Inside Disney podcast, the podcast team spoke with Disneyland Resort President Ken Potrock about Disneyland's new Passholder program. The president talked about the need to reimagine the program based on how guests wanted to use the parks going forward and that they'll be launching something new by the end of the year. For now, discounts for former pass holders will be honored until May 31st, though Disney has stated that the discount will extend until new pass holder offerings are available. And those legacy pass holders can grab the returning AAP Steamboat Minnie Mouse popcorn bucket, which is now available in Disney California Adventure. Over to Disney Cruise Line news. This week, Disney released a ton of announcements and sneak peeks of their brand new ship, the Disney Wish. The Disney Wish will embark on its maiden voyage on June 9th, 2022. You'll be able to book reservations starting on May 27th of this year. Castaway Key members, Disney Vacation Club members, and Adventure Insiders will get early access to bookings starting May 17th for some affinity groups. After that first 5-night sailing, the itineraries will be 3- and 4-night Bahamian cruises departing from Port Canaveral. Itineraries are announced for sailing dates into the fall of 2022. There are some brand new restaurants coming to Disney Cruise Line with this ship. Arendelle, a frozen dining adventure, will transport guests to Anna and Kristoff's engagement party with live performances. Worlds of Marvel, an ambitious dining experience, quote-unquote, will be an interactive superhero adventure while you eat dinner. There's also 1923, inspired by the Walt Disney Company's journey through animation. You'll dine in either the Walt or Roy Disney Room. Star Wars Hyperspace Lounge will be open for all ages during the day, but at night it transforms into an adult-only experience as part of Luna, the adult-only area on the ship during the evening. Disney also hinted at some robotic magic here, but hasn't released any more details. Adults will also be able to experience 3 adult-exclusive dining experiences inspired by Beauty and the Beast. The Rose is a lounge attached to the 2 signature dining restaurants, which are Palo, which is a steakhouse now, which we've experienced on other Disney ships, except they're going the steakhouse route instead of just straight Italian food here, and Enchante, which will be the most elegant restaurant on the ship, basically the Remy of the Wish. And then there's Quiet Cove, an adults-only district with a pool, whirlpool spa, and more. And it has an infinity pool, I believe, and we will have 2 dining offerings there, the Cove Bar and the Moana-themed Cove Cafe. But one of the biggest pieces of news we received about the Disney Wish was the Aqua Mouse, Disney's first ever attraction at sea. This is kind of like the Aqueduct on other ships, but the new animated short, Scuba Scramble, created just for the ride, will actually play out through oversized virtual portholes within the ride. So there will be more than 60 water effects in the 760-foot long ride, and it will be all synced to an original musical score. There will also be 3 kids clubs to provide immersive experiences for all ages. Disney's Oceaneer Club for ages 3 to 12. They can visit the Marvel Superhero Academy to make their own full supersuit, or Fairy Tale Hall to read with Belle or do art with Rapunzel. And at the Imagineering Lab, there will be a ride studio where kids can create a coaster and virtually ride it. The It's a Small World nursery will be available for kids 6 months to 3 years. Heads up on that too, you guys. Be sure to book that early. Book it well before your cruise because those slots do fill up at the nursery. And tweens and teens will have access to Edge and Vibe as they do on the other ships. Now, the classic Walt Disney Theater is returning to the Disney Wish with a Fantasia-inspired design. You'll get to experience Disney's Aladdin, a musical spectacular, along with 2 new original productions that Disney has not yet announced. There will also be 2 movie theaters, and the Grand Hall of the Disney Wish will transform into an environmental theater with a balcony where you can greet characters from afar. That Luna event space will be family-friendly by day and host adult-exclusive events at night. And the Hero Zone is perfect for active family time, alternating between an elaborate family obstacle course and a free play sports hub. And lastly, there will be 10 pools and water play areas outside, including the Toy Story Splash Zone. Of course, you'll be able to meet plenty of Disney characters on board: Mickey and Minnie, Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, and Olaf from Frozen, superheroes Spider-Man, Black Panther, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Rapunzel and Belle and the Fairy Godmother, among, I'm sure, many more. And the Disney Wish will feature 1,254 staterooms. Most will offer an ocean view. I believe they said 90% of the rooms will offer an ocean view, and 70% will have a veranda. The rooms will have 3 different themes: fairy tales and castle, forest and animals, and enchanted by the sea. There will also be 76 total concierge staterooms and suites and 4 royal suites. And this is the first Disney ship that will have 2-story concierge staterooms as well. You can even see more details over at DisneyFoodblog.com, including a closer look at those new staterooms. All right, we've got more changes to the Jungle Cruise. We're slowly seeing more updates to the Magic Kingdom Jungle Cruise over there in Disney World. This week, we noticed several more props moved from the ride, and the abandoned camp is now missing its skulls on spikes, though the canoes are still around, while the rest of the scene is reimagined. We'd previously reported that the Trader Sam figure was gone from the end of the ride, and Disney's just released concept art of the new scene that will replace him. Trader Sam is now running the Lost and Found, which he has turned into a gift shop. But that gift shop has been ransacked by monkeys. It seems the Trader Sam animatronic won't be returning, though the idea of Trader Sam will stick around. Which is good, I guess, because they got a couple of bars named after him. And one of the monkeys is operating a camera, which could mean an in-ride photo is coming to the Jungle Cruise. Work on the ride will continue throughout the year, but the ride will remain open. In Disneyland, it was just announced that the ride will reopen this summer. As of now, the Jungle Cruise is off Disneyland's refurbishment calendar starting June 29th. However, Disney has not confirmed that that is the official reopening date. And the PeopleMover is back with some glitches. The Tomorrowland Transit Authority PeopleMover refurb saga has come to a close as the ride reopened officially on Sunday. But things weren't quite smooth sailing. The ride didn't officially open until the afternoon after plenty of testing, but the following day, one of our followers let us know that the ride had been evacuated. The PeopleMover was up and running again, and so far has not had any other malfunctions, so you should be able to ride on your next trip to Magic Kingdom. And Disney World's new Magic Mobile service that basically turns your phone into a Magic Band has rolled out for Android users. If you log into your My Disney Experience app, you'll see Magic Mobile on the menu screen along with your tickets, plans, and more. Set up your Magic Mobile Pass and you'll be able to tap into the parks with just your phone. And your castle picks in Disney World are about to get a whole lot nicer looking. Those hedges that line the front of the stage while they were doing all of that construction work are now gone. The greenery and scrim that have blocked the front of the stage while work was being done have been removed, so you've got a clear shot of Cinderella Castle now. Now, the CDC has updated outdoor mask guidelines for those who have been fully vaccinated. 2 weeks after a second dose of a 2-dose vaccine series like Pfizer or Moderna, or 2 weeks after a single-dose vaccine like Johnson & Johnson. Fully vaccinated individuals no longer need to wear masks outdoors while walking, running, hiking, or biking alone, or with members of their household, or if they attend small outdoor gatherings. Theme parks like Dollywood have relaxed their mask policies in outdoor scenarios, but Disney has yet to comment if changes will be taking place in the Disney parks just yet. Orange County, Florida, where Disney World is located, has established their guidelines for rolling back social distancing and mask mandates. Effective immediately, physical distancing may be reduced from 6 feet to 3 feet in all settings, though masks are still required. Phase 2 is expected to become effective when 50% of the county has received their first vaccine and will lift outdoor mask mandates. That percentage could be reached within the next 3 weeks if things go according to plan. Currently, around 43% of residents have received their first vaccine. Phase 3 is expected to begin in Orange County, Florida, when 70% of the residents receive their first vaccine, or the 14-day rolling COVID-19 positivity rate is 5% or below. Then all mandates will be lifted. Disney World has not indicated any potential updates to coincide with these county guidelines just yet, but we will be following any changes to park capacity, social distancing, or mask guidelines within the parks, as you know, because we talk about all the time. All right, in restaurant and snack news, we got a new Epcot Gelato cart. We finally know a bit more about the new Gelato cart coming to Epcot's Italy Pavilion. Gelateria Toscana is opening in May with 12 different varieties of gelato and sorbet, and that includes gluten-friendly and plant-based flavors. The full menu has been released. There will be gelato floats, affogato, along with cannoli, tiramisu, and zeppoli. And we've got an Epcot snack back at Kringla Bakery over in Epcot's Norway, but it was not at all what we were expecting. The Mickey tart looks kind of like a brownie, right? Well, the tart shell was more like a biscuit, and the top layer reminded us of mousse, except it was a bit thicker. This one isn't super sweet for a chocolate dessert and had a fun frozen flair with those snowflake sprinkles, and you can try it for $4.29. Kringla also debuted a frozen Viking coffee for $13. We've had the hot version before, but the frozen one was very good. Made with Bailey's Irish Cream and Kimura coffee liqueur with chocolate coffee sauce, and is garnished with chocolate coffee crunch. Not too sweet, with a strong coffee flavor. We definitely get it again. A lot of folks around us were asking us where we got it, so I think there's a lot of interest in that frozen coffee drink over there. You can also get a non-alcoholic version for $5.99. Now, if you've watched DFB before, you may have caught on to my love of street corn, especially that one at the Flower and Garden Festival right now. But Epcot's got a new street corn. Over at Choza de Margarita in the Mexico Pavilion, you'll find the elote, which is an ear of sweet corn covered in chipotle aioli, queso cotija, and Tajín chili lime powder for $7. It could have been a bit spicier, but this was one tasty hunk of corn. Now, elote has been on the menu before at Choza, but it was not on the cob. And over at Roaring Fork at Disney's Wilderness Lodge, they've got a new mac and cheese platter. That's what I love. I love to hear the word platter after mac and cheese. The lumberjack platter is pulled pork on top of macaroni and cheese with cornbread and coleslaw for $11.99. The serving was huge for the price, and we loved all of the components. It wasn't the best barbecue we've had. Flame Tree Barbecue still wins out with their pulled pork mac and cheese, and of course there's Polite Pig over there in Disney Springs, but this was a solid snack or meal if you are in the neighborhood. And Roaring Fork has a new dessert as well. The Roaring S'more is a graham cracker cake, marshmallow center, and chocolate mousse topped with caramel marshmallow and a white chocolate Mickey. It's $5.79. Now this one gets points for being unique and adorable, but taste-wise, it was a little too salty and a little too messy to be a total winner for us. We'd rather stick with a classic s'more. Now Artist Palette at Disney's Saratoga Springs has a new Mother's Day cupcake. It's vanilla cake with peach compote, spiced vanilla buttercream, peach mousse, and a white chocolate hat with fondant green flowers and a piped vanilla buttercream rim. It was very cute, and the peach flavor is pretty prominent, so though there is a strong cinnamon note as well, that's kind of that spiced vanilla buttercream. You'll also find this one at Goods Food to Go at Disney's Old Key West Resort between now and May 9th, and it's $5.99. We've got an Animal Kingdom Mother's Day cupcake. This one is a chocolate cupcake with strawberry ganache filling and white chocolate frosting and a white chocolate decal of the mom and baby rhino right now. We really liked the filling, but the frosting tasted like plain old buttercream to us, which, hey, there's nothing wrong with that sometimes. And there is a lot of that frosting. You can give this treat a try at Creature Comforts, Flame Tree Barbecue, or Restaurantosaurus at Animal Kingdom for $5.99 through June 1st. And we've got a Grogu Mousse. Amorette's Patisserie in Disney Springs has a new dome cake for $9. The Grogu Mousse has the same ingredients as the Child Mousse from last year, though now we know Baby Yoda's name, so that's what it's called. And that's vanilla chiffon cake, white chocolate mousse, cookies and cream mousse, and cookie crumbs. The mix of flavors was subtle and not overly sweet, though it does look way too much like an avocado. At Baseline Tap House in Hollywood Studios, of course, that's one of our favorite spots to wait out our return window for Rise of the Resistance. And now one of our favorite snacks comes in a package deal. The baseline bundle includes the huge Bavarian pretzel with that yummy spicy mustard and beer cheese fondue for dipping, and your choice of draft beer in a baseline souvenir cup, and the whole thing is $20. The Bavarian pretzel is $9 on its own, and a beer will run you from $9.75 to $10.50, so basically the take-home cup is pretty much free in this new bundle. All right, time to talk merchandise news. The newest pair of designer ears have dropped in Disney World, and they're going fast. The denim ears feature real pockets and a red Mickey embroidered on one ear. We spotted these ears over at Discovery Island Trading Company in Disney World's Animal Kingdom. They're already sold out on Shop Disney. If you find a pair, they're going to cost you $48. And some blue and white printed Aulani ears have popped up at Moana Mercantile in the Polynesian Village Resort. They feature a sequined headband with a sequin plumeria for $30. And the wardrobe from Beauty and the Beast now has her very own merchandise item, a jewelry box. It's super, super cute. The jewelry box has 2 hinged doors that open up to reveal 3 hooks plus 3 drawers for storing your small accessories. It's $79.99, which is steep, and available on Shop Disney and at World of Disney and Disney Springs. Now, the next Stitch Crashes Disney collection is based on The Little Mermaid, and after a brief delay, the collection will be available starting May 14th on Shop Disney. We did spot the collection in Disney World, though the plush was already out of stock, so you may need to wait for the online release to snag one of those. And there's a new pink magic band in Disney World at the Dark Room in Hollywood Studios. It's a new medium magenta shade of pink that we're calling raspberry. You can get it for $14.99. And Disney masks sold in the parks have gotten another price increase and a few new features. Face masks debuted in the parks at $6 a piece before a price hike to $9.99. Now these new masks are $14.99 each. There's now a nose wire down the middle of the mask, and the straps are adjustable. You can check out our full review at DisneyFoodblog.com. All right, that's our news for today. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.